I just got a call and said, hey, you need to come pick up your dog between 9 and 10. And I'm like, excuse me?
Her days of standing on the corner now over. It's an answered prayer for a Valley mom looking for her lost pet. That pet was her lifeline as her son fights a battle with cancer.
And tonight their prayers have been answered. Copper is back home. And ABC 15's Sonu Wasu has more on the happy homecoming.
At first I thought nobody was going to acknowledge me. Just I'm another person standing on a corner. I was heartbroken. I didn't know how to cope with him being gone.
Heartbroken and willing to do anything for her son, Alani Selzer spent days, nights, and weekends standing on the streets, praying someone would pay attention to her desperate plea for help.
I happened to see her holding a billboard, and I felt that anybody that loved their animal enough to be a walking billboard was somebody that I wanted to know.
A few minutes later, Dusty Lee became the grace this full-time nurse and mother had been looking for, a driving force who inspired a community to rally together and find her dog. Together, dozens of volunteers posted up hundreds of flyers, and more than 1 month later, the phone call Alani had been waiting for, followed by this fuzzy picture.
It took my breath away. I was just so overly excited, you know. I just ran over to him and I'm like, oh my God, it's you.
Alani says she didn't stick around to ask the woman who called the full story. She didn't even want the explanation.
I couldn't even tell you what she looks like. I was so excited to see him.
The terrible experience has opened her eyes to see there are hundreds of lost dogs and cats out there roaming the streets. Sadly, most of them have no tags, no microchip, no way to tell who they belong to. In Phoenix, Sonu Wasu, ABC 15, Arizona.
Oh, I remember our hearts just being broken when the first story aired, and now our hearts are so full to know that they're all back together again.
And just a reminder, you've got to have that identifying information, a collar and a microchip, just to make sure if they do get lost, they have a way to find their way home.
Very important.